Right, good evening everybody and welcome to this very stuffy 30-degree heat council meeting, and welcome to those who are sitting watching at home, and I hope you're a lot cooler than we are. So obviously we don't want to be here as much as long as we have to, so but we'll be here for that, so we shall move on straight away. So item 1, apologies.
We have apologies from Councillor Huxley, personal commitment, and Councillor Young, approved absence.
Thank you. Item 2, any declarations of interest on the items on the agenda this evening? None.
No.
Thank you. Item 3, public participation. We do have one member of the public who's here this evening, and welcome to you, sir. And you're free to have 15 minutes, if you so wish, to ask any questions or anything like that. But it's 15 minutes should there be several people. But I take you're just here to have a look and watch. So, but you're very, very welcome.
Written in 7 days before doesn't count, then, right?
Yeah. Right. Okay. So no public participation to speak. Item 2 or 3. Report from county councillors on matters directly related to Ramsgate. Councillor Shonk, have you got anything you wish to say?
Other than basically I've got a new provider doing the roads, which is Ringway, and the workmanship is far better. You can see it all over Ramsgate. It's far superior than what we were. Other than that, I can sit here all night telling what we're trying to do and what we can, what money we've got. I think for yourself, you can see the roads are being repaired. There's still quite a few pockets that need repairing, even at the high street. No good just going around putting white lines around it, because the cars just keep hitting them bumps and lumps along the piece of string.
Right, thank you, Councillor Shonk. Thank you. Right, item 4, minutes of council meetings. To approve minutes of council held on the 24th of June 2026. Only questions of record may be considered. Members, any comment in relation to the minutes? No. I therefore propose that we accept the minutes, seconded by Councillor Nixie. All in favour, please show. Thank you, that's carried. Item 5, finances. Item 1 of 5, to receive a report of payments. Council is asked to note the payments authorised by the Town Clerk between the 1st and the 31st of July this year, totalling £9,335.67, and approve the payments above the threshold delegated to the Town Clerk between the 1st and 31st of July 2026, totalling £80,555.78. Members, any questions? No. So I will therefore propose that we note the first part of item 1.
It's good to see the West Arcade bites.
Oh, I'm not there yet.
Oh, sorry, it's the next one.
So we propose, I propose the first part of 1, and the second part is to approve. All in favour, please show. Thank you, that's carried. Thank you, Councillor Nixie. Right, item 2 of 5, to consider and approve the following environments as recommended by the Financial General Purposes Committee. There's 4 items on here, and I'll take each one separately because of that. Item A, increase the subscriptions and membership budget by £395. Any comments, members? No? Okay. Councillor Green, I was looking at you.
I'm happy with it.
Okay, thank you. So all in favour of that, please show. Thank you. Seconder, Councillor Nixie, that's approved. Item B, increase meeting expenses by £150.
Price of coffee gone up.
Oh, I know, coffee's gone sky high. Anybody, any comments? No, so I propose approval. Seconded by Councillor Nixie. All in favour, please show. Thank you. Item C, increase HR and health and safety support by £150. Again, any comment? No, so I propose accepting that. Councillor Nix is in the groove. So all in favour, please show. Thank you, that's carried. Item D, the remainder of the balance brought forward, £86,796, to be moved to the general reserve budget. Members, any comments? No,
Happy to second.
I propose acceptance. Councillor Green seconded. All in favour? Thank you. Thank you, members. Item 3 of 5, to consider and approve the following environment as recommended by the Town Promotion Committee. The underspend across the Town Promotion Committee budgets from 25-26 was £27,971.99. It carried forward for use in 2 projects, which is the Westcliff Arcade Lights project and increased funding for the banner lamppost projects. Specific costs to be confirmed by the Town Promotion Committee. Members, any comments?
Thank you, Chair. It's really good to see the Westcliff Arcade Lights on there. I mean, we do our annual pick. We sneak down during the carnival and get in there to take the litter out. But the TPC there is some requirements for further cleaning and weeding, which would require a road closure. But yeah, I'm really happy to see that there since the cars have gone. They've been a bit sort of limp, and they are fabulous structures.
Okay. Councillor Green, thank you.
I don't generally like seeing substantial amounts carried forward from one year to the next. I prefer that the committees work to complete their projects in the year, but the Town Promotion Committee has done so much last year. I understand what's happening.
Did you hear that, Councillor Crittenden?
No, sorry, I didn't hear. I couldn't hear.
Effectively, Councillor Green said, that
Well, I'll say it again.
say it again. Yeah, I was just about, but I thought I'd put it a bit
I
nice.
don't normally like committees carrying large amounts from one year to the next. I much prefer they met their budget commitments in the year. But in this case, your committee had so much going on in the year. I'm happy to see this.
Councillor Austin.
I just want to say the same as Councillor Wing had said about the lamppost banners. I mean, we've been wanting those lamppost banners for some years now, and it's great to see it finally happening.
Good. Anybody else? Councillor Sharp.
Are we talking about the arcades where the lights used to?
Yeah.
We come through on the carnival, not just carnival time. There's enough pigeon manure there for fields, but they all need a good steam clean, because that is a real picture when they come into Ramsgate.
Can you talk to the chair, Councillor Sharp, because I can't quite hear you.
If you come into Ramsgate, whether it's a carnival or not, all that pigeon mess that's laid there, 5 years maybe, it all needs a good steam clean. I know it's going to be hard work, but it does need cleaning that, because they offered something for Ramsgate. You couldn't put chairs back in there because by the time you come out, you'd be run over, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
But anyway, let's do it. And with our plants, maybe some of the ivy could be taken away, but this could be good.
Thank you very much. Right, members, any proposer to accept this environment? Councillor Austin, seconder. Councillor Hetherington. All in favour, please show. Thank you. That's carried. Well, item 4 of 5, to receive a report from the Town Clerk detailing options currently available for a renewed gas supply contract.
Thank you, Chair. So the gas supply contract at Radford House and Custom House is coming up for renewal. You've got details of 6 quotes in front of you, one of which is for a lower cost than we're currently receiving. So I would suggest that we go with SEFE for 38 months.
Yes. Yeah.
At a small saving of £206 a year. But all the other options would be an increased cost.
Members,
Yeah.
Comments? Any comments at all, please? I think
Positive.
you proposing, councillor Austin?
No, I was actually.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Chair.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I've lost my report here on, I did look this company up and, we did commit ourselves to trying to find environmentally friendly companies. And I know that, with gas contracts, that's not so easy as it is with electricity. But I just was a little concerned about their background, and I'm sorry, I've totally lost the bit of paper that I had with it on. But anyway, if the town clerk and officers are happy, then you know I'm happy to go with that.
Anybody else, members, to speak? I will propose from the chair that we accept the recommendation. Seconded by councillor Nixie. All in favour, please show. Thank you.
Abstain.
And councillor, yeah, that's done. Okay, thank you. Interesting.
Here we go.
Okay, moving on to item 6. Hopefully you would have read the report. It's a consultation from KCC on their budget, and they've been, the consultation is to consider the council's corporate response to the KCC budget consultation. Included within the agenda pack is the easy read version of the consultation.
Which is great.
I found it very
It's lovely.
insulting, but anyway, that's just me. Including questions. More detailed information can be found out as the link on the agenda item. And the deadline for the response is the 7th of September. I'm going to pass you over to Town Clerk.
Thank you, Chair. It's never easy to make a corporate response to a consultation unless you're going to debate and vote on every single question. To try and give you a starting point, I've drafted a response, but I'm quite happy if you think I'm wildly off the mark, because I'm. I think possibly the response will be informed by a political response. So I've given you something as a starting point, if it's helpful.
Councillor Austin.
I thought it was great. Thank you very much, Town Clerk. The thing I would want to add, particularly in the light of today's news from Stagecoach, is subsidies for bus services. Which our subsidies for bus services are very low from KCC and Thanet, and considering that we're a disadvantaged area, we need more. And I would want to see KCC prioritising that for us.
Members, just so you're aware, about 6 weeks ago, or 8 weeks ago, it might have been longer than that, I'm not quite sure, Jim. But James and myself went to Stagecoach, met with the director there. He's now on the list they are now on the list for members' briefing. Got to decide when that's coming forward. But hopefully, and as well, then I've asked that anybody who's an RTC councillor and not a TVC can actually join that meeting, because it will be online, I have no doubt. So, but I thought it was very, very. Councillor Green.
I'd like to support what councillor Austin said about bus subsidies. We're by far the lowest district
Yeah.
in Kent, and there doesn't seem to be any really good reason for that.
Absolutely.
And also, I would like a comment in there about sale of assets. Given our experience with the pie factory, and there's been talk about libraries being threatened, and I would like to point out to them that we don't approve sale of assets that are useful to the public.
Yeah. We need to ask, we're asked which 4 services do you think should have, should be priorities?
Yeah.
If we're going to add in local transport, like buses and helping pay for travel, do you want to remove adults and older people, social care for children, other services for children, roads and highway maintenance?
No, I don't want to remove anything. I
No.
just want equity between different areas of the county.
I think we can just, as add-on,
Yeah.
but as an add-on on the end.
Put in the notes.
To put a note on the end to say that also, whilst you only want 4, we are extremely
Very
concerned about these. Councillor Austin, do you add your hand?
I just wanted to respond to your comment about the easy read version, which is actually, if you think about adults with learning difficulties and so on and wanting to be inclusive, actually it's great. It's
I
It's
understand.
an example of real good practice, and we need to be using that type of thing much, much more in our own practice.
I understand that. I just said just my personal. But I do fully understand that. Councillor Driver, did you want to say?
Yes, I was just about to say, can't we actually transport to the forum, but one of those on the end? Or is that not?
Can you do both?
Yes, it's, so which one is the kind of the one that's going to be added in the notes?
Well, actually, I would say I don't know it sounds horrible, but the also children one seems more generic than.
Other services for children.
Yeah. But, you know.
What are you asking, what happened to that?
What I'm saying, protected transport in as one of the 4 and to take one of the 4 out of it. Is it?
No, I don't.
Yeah, rather than.
I don't think we need to take any out.
No, I think we need to keep those in.
No, we just add the note on the bottom. At least we've made a point.
I don't think we're asking for an increase. We're just asking for equity.
Okay, members, Councillor Shong?
And we're still talking about the consultation on the budget.
Yes, we are.
I'll tell you now that we're only doing what the general public voted us in for. Only for money, that's KCC. At every level, I think we're trying to do everything that we're obliged to do. We can't do everything, but we are trying to get that debt down. The biggest problem at the moment is getting that debt down. I mean, the whole country's in debt. Whatever you say about KCC, I'm there most 2 or 3 days a week. And others are working just as hard. We haven't got all the answers, but sometimes I think we really need to sit and watch some of them videos where we are trying to say, at the moment we get kicked from pillar to post because we are different. We're working people that some of us had working lives. But let's face it, the resident voters in, and that's what we're trying to do. I'm a Ramsgate Town Council, I'll put that first. But if we're talking about buses and that's one of my top lists of what we're trying to do. Anyway, thank you for that.
Well, I thank you, Councillor John, but I just wanted to come back to you and
That's right.
just to say that all of us here are working people.
I didn't say, I didn't.
No, just let me finish. All of us here are working people, works hard all our lives. Some of the younger ones haven't worked so long, but that shouldn't be the case. You know, you shouldn't be thinking like that. But I totally understand what you're saying, and I'm grateful for your comment.
Can I just come back on that? I watch the news and I take in everybody's concerns. I mean, Andy Burnham now is talking about everybody joining together on socials. I mean, that'd be great. I mean, because all the people I know that are paying, one of my brothers, £90,000 for care for his wife. She's 89. Got another bill for £29,000. He's going to lose his house. It's not them, but loads of people out there. I've seen it in town. People are struggling out there, really are. And whatever your politics are, we should be there to help them. Thank you.
Well, no, thank you very much, Councillor Sean. Sorry, I won't Councillor Crittenden. Have you forgot your name then?
Yeah, fine. I just wanted to clarify why Laura asked which one we wanted to remove. Is there a limit to the number that we can put in? And secondly, why Jim just asked, what does other services for children cover?
Parenting support for, sorry, Chair.
No, sir.
Parenting support for children, young people and families who need more help. Supporting young people so they don't get into trouble or break the law. Local family clubs where people can go to get help are examples of what they say. 13p of every pound we spend goes on other services for children.
So it's just a few examples of what
The examples of this.
And,
education.
and in relation to the 4 subjects, that's what they want, just 4.
And
Yes,
Priorities.
yeah, so can we put in for?
We can't put a 5th priority because they only want 4. They'll just ignore it. So that's why I said we've noted it when we got something in there.
I just wanted to clarify.
Clarity, I understand. Yeah, thank you. Right, members,
Is to come under social care, don't worry.
we've now got the recommendation. That's to agree a response to KCC budget based on the town clerk's content and with the additions as pointed out by two members. Are you okay with that? All in favour? Oh, sorry, yeah, just seconder. Councillor Green. All in favour, please show. Thank you. That's carried. Right, move on. Item 7. The MV Coronia Watchful to receive and note written progress report. There's no decision to be made from the town clerk, which includes a condition survey, review of the survey, follow-up questions and redacted sales form. Can I, just before you go into, if people want to say anything, if I just would like to thank Mr. Fiddler, who is Laura's father, for the use of his long and varied career in these matters. And you can see by the amount of letters he's got, to be honest, it's like a dyslexic something. But I think on behalf of the council, I'd like to send him our grateful thanks, as he hasn't charged us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Laura.
Thank you. So there's been quite a lot of activity, and at the moment there's a variety of follow-up questions sitting with the surveyor, and so you're asked to note the above information and await questions to the answers to the questions.
Members, any comments? So there's no decision to be made. I need to note you, Councillor Green.
Well, presumably there's going to be a cost involved in this. Have we got any idea of what it's likely to be?
That's the next part, to come back to members with full costings, and then for you to decide as to whether you wish to purchase the boat or not.
I do know the asking price, but I have a feeling it might be confidential information.
Yeah.
So if you want to pause a moment, I can tell members.
Yeah. Bear with us, those at home. Sorry, members, I propose we accept the report for noting. Seconder, please.
Yes.
Councillor Hetherington, all in favour, please show. Thank you. Well, item 8, civic badges. Members, the report is quite short, and the council is requested to consider the quotations received from Thomas Fattorini Limited and Michael's Civic Regalia, and to determine whether civic badges should also be provided to the chair and past chair. If approved, select a preferred supplier and authorise the purchase of 5 civic badges. Now, just so you know, I raised this on the fact that probably won't be here next year, but for coming forward, you know, I thought it was the right thing for the chair, as it's been separated from the mayor's post, to have just some form of recognition when it's dues that we have out there. So that's the reason for it. And as you see, the specifications are they're quite small, 30 millimetres by 40 millimetres. Anyway, members, over to thee. Any questions? Councillor Sean.
Don't take this personally, but I thought when the...
Sorry?
Don't take this personally, but I thought when the chair was the chair of the council, I thought it belonged to the mayor was the chair. None of the person I voted for him, but I've always understood the mayor of Ramsgate should be the chair as well.
We changed it. Councillor Shaw.
I know.
7 years ago.
I know.
That's
right.
If I could just say, Councillor Sean, that was the problem that was hanging about the council, was that the mayor, in having a dual role, was too much. The mayor is a civic issue, not a political one. The chair of the council is a political position, and that then is derogatory to the status of the mayor, in my humble opinion. And that's why it was split, and it helps to make the council run better. Again, in my humble opinion, you're welcome to your comments, Councillor.
Yes, I quite agree with that. That when I was a mayor, I wasn't political, so those roles can be separated. I never turned up as that person. I was a mayor of Ramsgate. I've said my bit. Nothing against you personally. I voted for you in the past, but I just wonder where that.
No, thank you.
Fitted in.
Yeah, thank you very much, Councillor Sean. Pass it over to the town clerk, please.
Thank you, Chair. So in the past, we've purchased the badges in 5 here, 4 there, and we're running out. I think going forwards, this isn't going to need to be an item that's added into the budget each year. So each year you're buying the stock of badges required for the ensuing year.
Councillor Green.
Yeah, I agree with the proposal, including the chair of council. In the past, I've suggested that we should have a board for chairs of council too, but that wasn't accepted. So, but I approve of it.
Get all my 5 in here. Councillor Shank.
Just an interest. Have we got any prices? Because they're very expensive today.
Yes, we have. Prices are in the report, Councillor.
Yeah.
There's the 2 companies.
That's right.
Are you okay with that now?
Absolutely.
Okay. Anybody else? Councillor Hudson.
No, I absolutely agree, because during my tenure as mayor, I know that you stepped in when I couldn't and wasn't available, or the deputy mayor wasn't. And I think if we look at the roles, whether you're a deputy or a chair, you know, it doesn't matter. You could be called upon to represent Ramsgate at any event. And I do think recognition and a response in some kind like this is appropriate.
Thank you.
In principle, I agree.
Yeah, I'm just going to probably disagree with everyone and said that I don't. I just think the more people who are walking around with badges, the less value the recognition has. It's just my thought on it.
Okay, thank you. That's Austin.
I don't agree with that, but I do wonder under what circumstances people will wear them. I'm just thinking about having, being very proud of having given 50 blood donations, and I've got a little thing that says but I'm never going to wear it. It just sits in a box. So I'm just wondering what the practical usefulness of it is.
If I can come back on that, Councillor Austin, it will be purely when we have Armed Forces Day, Remembrance Day, Little Ship Day, like that. Otherwise, there's no occasion to actually wear it. That would be my view. Councillor Wing?
I agree with it. I mean, it's a different. I still have my bronze medallion for Livestream to become the Livestream. I still have 5 London Marathon medals which are hung around a mirror, and it doesn't have to come out, but it's just the recognition of somebody's hard work and commitment. So the only thing I'd say is, I like our money to be spent locally. Are these local companies that are no? Were there any local companies? Are they Kent-based?
No, I don't think they are.
Right, yeah. Sometimes you just can't get stuff locally because it's specialist. But
I think they're Birmingham.
Sorry, Town Clerk's come back.
These are the two classic town council civic regalia companies that we all use.
Actually, there needs to be a bit of competition.
That's a green.
I propose acceptance, Chair.
Thank you. Second.
I second it. I think I've got.
Which quote is it? Which quote do you want? The cheapest?
Cheapest.
Yeah.
Cheapest one?
Yes.
Okay.
Well done.
Thought you might.
So, yeah.
Okay. That's been, you've got Councillor Atkinson. Right. All those in favour, please show. Thank you. That's carried. The members. Right. Item 9, Ramsgate Tunnel. There's 2 parts to this. To receive and note the Ramsgate Tunnel emergency plan. Part 2 is to receive a letter from Whitney G, Programme Manager and Tunnel Manager at KCC, seeking support for the A299 Whitstable to Ramsgate bid to the Department of Transport Structure Fund. The A299 Whitstable to Ramsgate draft letter of support is provided for consideration. I remember, I think we all know the issues we've got with the tunnel down there at the West Cliff. The tunnel on the A299 is extremely important as well. Personally, I've got no problem in supporting what they're trying to achieve to get grant money from the government to ensure that both of those tunnels are safe. Members, anybody comment as well? Sorry, I should have said that the town clerk has done a report to respond to it, and so I know you've all gone through the Ramsgate Tunnel emergency plan. I'm sure you have. I've got about halfway through, I have to say. Councillor Austin.
I just wanted to comment on the benefit that we get from the resurfacing of the A299. It's in a terrible state. I've been along it a few times recently. It's really.
Well, even though they've done it,
there's some of it.
It's still bad.
It's
temporary, isn't it?
temporary till they get money.
Yeah.
What you get for doing undulating as much as it was. Well, it had more roller coasters than Dreamland.
Members, any further comments on this? Are you happy to accept the clerk's report response?
Yes.
And happy to supporting a lot of support in there of KCC's getting their budget.
Yep. I'd like to add the
Thank you very much for that, Councillor Shaw. Very much appreciated.
Thank you.
Proposer, Councillor Edmondson, seconder, Councillor Nixie. Those in favour, please show. Thank you very much. That's carried. Yeah, where's my page? Right, item 10, policy and procedures, to consider a proposed amendment to the allotment termination and appeals process. The proposal is that the Chair of Asset Management, which is currently Councillor Nixie, be delegated authority to approve allotment terminations, with the Chair of the Council serving on any subsequent appeal panel. This is intended to strengthen the independence of the appeals process by ensuring appeals are considered by a councillor with less prior involvement in the day-to-day management of allotment matters. I think it's pretty straightforward. It makes absolute common sense. Members, any comment on that at all? Okay.
Power in one person's hands.
So I'll overturn it on appeal. I propose accepting those changes. Seconder, please. Councillor Austin, all those in favour, please show. Thank you. That is carried. Right. That's so. Item 2 of 10, to approve an amendment to Standing Order 3.I. As such, a person shall raise their hand when requesting to speak and remain seated when speaking. And we thank Councillor Crittenden for pointing out that within the bit, it originally said, a person shall raise their hand when requesting to speak and remain seated when standing. So, members, it is but a short amendment, and I propose acceptance.
What happens when we get standing orders? Sorry about that.
Yeah, but you can sit down for that. So, unless anyone's got any comments. No, so can I have a seconder, please? Councillor Nixie, all in favour, please show. Thank you, that's carried. Now, this will be interesting, I think. Item 11, committee minutes. To note the following committee minutes for approval by the respective committees. Item 1 is Asset Management Committee, 24th of June 2026. Item 2, Planning and Infrastructure Committee, 1st of July 2026. And item 3, Finance and General Purposes Committee, 8th of July 2026. So any comments on any of those members at all, those minutes? No, I therefore propose acceptance of the minutes. Can I have a seconder, please? Councillor Hudson, all in favour, please show. Thank you, that's carried. Well, item 12.
Yeah, I know it's not the right place, but I'm assuming we all went on the up-to-date planning training.
Yes.
In the future, do we need to bring those items to our planning committee, because they're going to make a massive difference to the way planning applications are dealt with?
Well, I think what we can do, we can ask, I can ask Mr Livingston to share the slides to the town clerk, and then can distribute that around. For those who are not on the phone.
There's only 20 people I don't know either.
Sorry?
I don't know either.
Yeah.
Planning.
So it's the new legislation that comes in October.
Yeah.
That's agreed.
Yeah, we obviously can't decide now, but I think, yes, we should continue as a service to the public.
Oh,
Yes.
great. Yeah. We can do that. Councillor Crichton.
We both want to say something, but I would say every time that RTC is a consultee on the planning application, regardless of whether it's Schedule 1 can go to committee or can't go committee, or Schedule 2 can, then we have the option to discuss it, because our comments still go on portal. Yeah. So I would say that it should actually, all the time it's an application that it goes out to us as a consultee, then we can consult on it.
Yeah.
Well, exactly. If they're coming to us, then the council, then we comment.
Make very much difference to us.
I'm just aware that There are single hatters in the room they have no knowledge of this.
No, and you're quite right. You're quite right, councillor Green.
Sorry.
And we will get there.
Yeah, we do have a members briefing at GBC to pick up those that are not on plan, not on plan funds.
Right, members, please. I propose the minutes of the three. Oh, sorry, we've just done that one, haven't we?
Basically.
Sorry, I forgot. Did we just dealt with the?
Yeah.
So we've dealt with that. Fine. Sorry, it was the afterwards bit. So item 12. TDC assets. This is in relation to the Eastcliff Bandstand, to receive a written progress report from the town clerk and consider how to proceed with the information contained therein. Town clerk.
Thank you, Chair. Hopefully members have also seen, I sent you a drone video of the site. So the last action was that you received a draft licence from TDC and you wanted to progress with that matter. We had some questions for TDC, for example, was the electricity working yet? How was this going to be recharged? What the business rates are? But in the meantime, myself and colleagues met at the site with the intention of coming up with a business plan. You know, what would we hire the site out for? What do's and don'ts would there be? And I'm afraid that the condition of the flooring is such that I don't think that we can hire that land out for any purpose in the condition that it's in at the moment.
Members. Oh, sorry, I just finished. Lord. Thank you. Members. No, you're not. Sorry.
No, sorry. Right, otherwise we'll take your badge off you.
What badge?
So we've gone back to TDC with some further questions. There's also an update regarding the electricity supply. And by chance, Historic England were in Ramsgate, and Ramsgate has been designated as a community in need as far as Historic England are concerned. And I spoke to them about the bandstand, and they said we have grants exactly for this type of thing, but TDC can apply for them, and either the council or another community group suitable group would need to have at least a 25-year lease on the land to apply for grants. So you're asked to note the information in the report, consider whether we should still pursue a licence for the purpose of giving us 1 year's unlimited access to the site to explore what could be done, and whether we should seek to negotiate a longer lease, say 25 years with TDC, to then look at getting in grants. One thing I would say is if we wanted to explore the site and really what was required, that's not a case of contacting different contractors and getting quotes. I think the starting point would be getting a surveyor to do a condition survey, because they would then identify exactly the correct methodology that's required to repair it, which comes at a cost.
My own view, members, is that TDC should do a full survey of that and to give us that information as to what the issues and the problems are. Then we can make a real decision as to whether we go forward with it. And as Town Clerk's just said, you'd need a 25-year lease to be able to do anything with it. But I am concerned about how much all of that would cost us. But in saying all of that, I think we need to exhaust everything with TDC as soon as possible. And I thought, if members are in agreement, we'll asked for a meeting with,
It's Andrew Dockerell who's.
yeah, but we need to go above him. Andrea, with myself and the town clerk, whether we go to them or they come to us, I don't care. But I think we need to it's been going on for 1,000 years, so we need to get a grip with it. And we're not just going to dive in head first. Because it is a mess, to be quite honest. Councillor Crittenden.
Yeah, I think partly you almost said part of what I was going to say. I mean, I've got emails going back over 7 years asking TBC to pay attention to this particular location, and nothing has happened in that time. And I understand fully that it's because there's no spare money in the budget against statutory services, and I know why. So I think any hope of TBC turning that around in the next 12 months and funding any of this is non-existent. This is still one for heritage in TBC's budget. I supported last time having the lease for 1 year, simply so that we could, as Ramsgate Town Council, at least get that information, have that free access to the site, and get that information, which is not going to happen in any other form. And I still think that that's the right thing to do. What I think we would be better off is looking at taking over the whole site as ownership rather than a 25-year lease. It will take a long time to put right. It will take a lot of money, which is available at the moment. Well, some of it is available at the moment through grant funding. But it certainly can't be any worse than the position we're in at the moment, particularly as we're going forward into unitary councils. We either do it now or we could petition a new unitary council in 2-3 years' time, which would be another option. So that's my thinking on it. I want to hear what other people also.
So
I find it really ironic that TDC issues an enforcement order against the listed windmill at SAR for not having its things on. Sales on, thank you, Chair. But does nothing to actually enforce itself to do something about its own listed buildings. But I think we should ask for a 1 year lease. We should ask for that to be a free cost, on the understanding that we get the survey done, because I think that would put us in a good position further down the line once we're a unitary to actually either deal with it ourselves or to enter a joint partnership, a joint venture with a group who could manage that better. So, you know, Ramsgate Society, the tunnels, there may be a group out there or a private company that could actually manage the site better than we could as a council, but if we work together in some kind of joint venture. But if the new unitary comes in and we've already got a surveyor's report and had it for 1 year, then I think that puts us in a really strong position to take it, to move it forward rather than have a unitary say, no, we're just going to sell it, sorry.
Thank you, Councillor Wing. Councillor Austin.
Yes, I support what Councillor Crittenden and Councillor said. I mean, we can't expect this to be a high priority for the new unitary, so I think we need to be getting on with stuff in the meanwhile. And it's good that Mr. Dockerell's dealing with it because he's a very efficient officer and we can talk straightforwardly too.
Thank you. Councillor Green.
Yeah, I think realistically we're preparing for the new unitary. And I think asking TVC to do it at this stage is just a waste of time.
Okay. Fair enough. Councillor Driver.
Yes, in fact, I was going to say actually that I think that we ought to have the meeting first to actually see, what is possible. Then go for the 1 year if there's nothing happening.
I'll just ask the town clerk while you were speaking as to. Oh, sorry, Councillor Chomp.
I mean, I've lived it all my life, and in the 50s, 60s, 70s, it was good, but there's so much missing on it. It's like a wind tunnel. All as we know, it's got a sort of a metal grid where the windows would go around. So if you had a band playing, you could turn it around to where the wind is. And the health and safety issues up there, the sunken concrete, the blown lamps. Because actually, no, the rods in the concrete, they explode, it blows up. So it's a bloody mess up there. It could be nice, and it probably was nice. I've got photographs, I've got everything of it packed up there, like the one that all says is different because it's sunken. This one's up the top. So if you had anything up there, you're going to get blown away.
Thank you. Just to say, just had a quick chat with town clerk and think probably that any survey of that will cost between £2,000 to £3,000. So that, just to give you a rough idea of what.
You should try and save this for Ramsgate.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the way I'm looking at it.
Yeah.
And it's
Fine.
not going to happen any other way.
No.
Right, well, anybody else want to say anything? So, does member wish to put a proposal
I
forward?
propose it,
Propose what?
that we seek taking a lease for 1 year
Ask
to
for it to be free.
undertake and ask for it to be free on the understanding that we undertake the
free.
survey.
Free.
Well, you've got to ask them that, because if we undertake a survey that they can then use to sell it future.
I'm just saying.
Well,
How it works.
I think we should ask for it to be free. They can
We
say
can
no,
ask.
and then
Or a
Peppercorn
peppercorn lease.
Yeah.
What does peppercorn?
Is there such a thing as a peppercorn?
Yes.
they
yes,
used to have
yes,
peppercorn
yes,
rents.
yes.
There used to be a peppercorn rent in lots of places.
Yeah.
50 quid a
Yes.
year.
It's wonderful trying to save that building, but really, unless other people come along with plenty of money, that's what we really need. We spend thousands of pounds to save Ramsgate because doing nothing is never an option. The Maritime Museum, everywhere you look at. So I would say no at this moment, because we can pay lots of money on these consultations, and who's going to be the winner? You need someone, a firm that's 106 agreement, if it ever happens, say, well, yeah, you spend some money on that. But that concrete pad there is, I think there must be some tunnels up there, which it is.
No. Thank you for that. Well, Councillor Green.
Yeah, it's recommendation 2 of the report.
Right.
That we should
Yeah.
support.
Yeah.
And if there's a cost, we can look for places to bid for money to meet the cost.
And as it says in the report,
Sorry.
we can get grant funding, TDC can't.
Right, Councillor Wing, you started a proposal,
I think,
but Councillor Green has just come up with recommendation.
well, I think we go with recommendation 2 then, if it fulfils most of what we sort of discussed.
Yep, you're happy with that?
Yeah.
So, you withdraw your,
Yep, I take it back.
withdraws yours. Councillor Green,
First recommendation.
recommendation 2.
Yeah.
We have a seconder for that. Councillor Crittenden, all in favour, please show. That's carried, thank you. Right, item 13, letters of support. To consider the following requests for support in principle to accompany grant applications. One is from Heritage Lab CIC for the Arts Council England bid. Item 2 is St George's Church, Historic England listed places, worship renewal fund bid. Members, any comments at all on that? Councillor Makinson?
The Heritage Lab people are also campaigning to acquire Charlotte Court.
Yes, but that's not what's on here.
No, I know it's not, but if we support, will that affect?
No,
No, because
no. Stop.
we own our part of it.
Yeah,
Can only be.
they're not having that.
TDC part.
Councillor Nixie, then Councillor Austin.
Can I just say I asked for clarification earlier from the town clerk with regards to that email that we've received, and it's not our part of the Charlotte Court, so it's not our part, it's
Yeah.
the other part
Yeah.
that's being
Yeah.
asked for. Okay.
Councillor Austin.
Yeah, I wrote to Rob Kenyon when I first heard about this, and he clarified that it was not, it was their part. I think we should support both of these because
Looking for a grant and
exactly, the more that we can bring money into Ramsgate to improve situation.
Absolutely, and the same for St George's.
For both.
I propose that we respond in the positive for that to support both of these items.
Seconded.
Seconded, Councillor Austin. Favour, please show. Thank you, that's carried. And last but not least, item 14, date and time of next meeting is Wednesday, the 26th of August, 2027.
2027.
I was just waiting for someone to come back, which will be at 7 p.m. So I thank you ever so much, members, and I thank you for everybody who's still looking in, watching this committee meeting, and good night, everybody. Thank you very, very much.